Good evening. I'm not sure at the time, just a sec, I'll tell you. 7:49 p.m., 11:04. Okay. I just lost the light that I did have on this mess of coax that was sent to me by Cyberonic, who I'm ditching. I ordered Usenet this evening and just confirmed my install on Monday. Right, such a mess on my desk. See that on the far right? Alright. See where it says 4G? That should be brightly lit like these other brightly lit. Okay, and I should have at least 2 bars, whereas I have 1. There's a 1 bar, I should have 2. Okay? So yeah, I was rather upset this afternoon. They sent me this coax as big around as my pinky finger, which would not fit under the door like this old type, but the connector for the old type, for the old equipment. See, this was an equipment update. Alright? The other one, I wasn't having trouble with when they switched. And then I didn't have internet for, this would be the 8th day. Okay? So I got this track phone, which I'm using right this second, because I didn't even have a Sprint signal down in here. Okay? Went up to the highway to the Dollar General, like 3 miles away, and used the store phone to activate the track phone, $40 track phone with internet and blah blah. Everything capability. 40 plus tax. Well, bought the phone and then the activation fee for the month worth of unlimited is like $40. So I'll be having Usenet after Monday, which won't affect anything because I'll still use my Gmail account. Okay? But the messages that I sent today and texting from this number, this isn't my regular phone, alright? My regular Sprint phone number is 660-473-5612. And you can call me at that number. It does go through the Google phone. So if you leave a message, I'll get it that way in my email. Or I think it does send to my email as well. But I can periodically check that to, whatever. Nobody hardly ever calls me, so I don't really worry about it. Pardon me. Thing I was worried about when I made the messages today, voicemails, to a contact with similar issues. The last one was about the guy in Benton County at Lincoln, the Iraqi vet, who took all this information up with Congress. And he had a RICO suit, but it soon got shot down at local level from some of the people it was about, that he had found someone that I gave him a name of that might do it, and he paid them to hand deliver the packages of the suit. Okay. They weren't very happy with me after that. They said, please, no more. How'd we get mixed up with this crazy crap? Well, see, he had been a corrections officer after he was out of the Army, but he never did get a full discharge because the way he got in the Army was an unconventional way of having, when he was a kid, was given the option of the Army or 10 years in prison because he hacked a stealth operating manual with it and made copies and gave to his buddy. He's like, "Ooh, what's this?" And goes in. So he said, like, shortly after he just, made the copies, got on his bike, was going to run it over to his buddy so he could, do Secret Service and Air Force officials and everything like surrounded him in his yard. The kid on the bike. If you can freaking imagine, right? So I mean, that being crazy enough, then he ended up working as a parole officer. But still, this stuff is like so deep that he still didn't want anything to do with it, him or his wife. But well, she had been Army too. But as far as I know, they did go ahead and deliver the packages of lawsuit papers to the criminal regime in Sedalia, who then proceeded to tear it down and tear him down. And he was already being torn down at his local level in Lincoln. And I sent him to talk to someone else, my neighbor in Sedalia. This has been like 8 or 9 years ago now. And she calls me up after he visits her. And it was all strictly about the stuff going on. It wasn't, hey, I'm here to hook up with you, meet you. It was the stuff his lawsuit was about. Okay, let me get a drink back. And she calls me up promptly. Veronica, don't you dare even send me any more of your leftovers. As if he was a boyfriend. He wasn't. Okay? We visited a number of times. Alright? But our main focus, aside from shooting the bull, was the stuff at hand, the targeted individual stuff. And whether I can say that and feel comfortable or not, that's what I've decided that I must be clear back to when I was a kid. But with her, see, her brother was born at Roswell. So right there, it gets crazy. Okay, her dad was a pilot, an Air Force pilot. And I think he's gone now, and a lot of her family is gone now. And she would have become very wealthy after the demise of her parents because he was some kind of famous Kansas City surveyor. And he was making like $500,000 a year. So she wasn't going to have anything to worry about. She just thought I had hooked her up with some bum steer, even though she would go get totally looped and end up taking some of them home anyway. But I mean, that's a personal thing. I'll bring these crappy, crazy pieces of crap home with me, but don't you send me none, okay? I can do that good myself. So that's her thing in the nutshell. But I mean Hogfarm when I say Hogfarm. And that's how Sedalia Pedogate, #Pedogate, loops in with the commune because the Illuminati, I know, don't tell me, it sounds bad already. They have pre-knowledge, and they knew when they got John's daughter that her aunt would end up, which is, pretty common up in that area, a hog farmer. Because, I mean, hog farms are dotted, randomly. So, it could have just been their guess, too, that, 50-50 chance she's going to end up with a hog farmer because they lived on a farm for a long time. That's just part of life. So she ends up with this hog farmer, and that's where it gets interesting as far as I'm concerned, because of the commune and how it has gone down from over 60 members to like 20. And what revived this in me, the interest in their membership, was I was doing my own research on it, and I'll leave links when I can. Um, they had a book came from out of there. Okay, so I got the name of the book. I found it on Amazon. I was reading the comments, and one of the comments to another comment of a guy who was like their editor for their book or some journalistic help somehow. Um, he stated that he would like more info from that guy. Well, he was the guy he knew to talk to because his daughter was headed toward that place. That was one of the messages this afternoon. And so I contacted him. It was an AOL um, email address and sent him the info that I had because those people were disappearing out of that place. There's not very much comments by former members. Maybe they ended up at a hog farm. Think about it. All right, this is well over 10 minutes, so thanks for watching. Wish me well.